Most luxury suites come with their own private balcony, but this one comes with 2 private terraces on your own rooftop. Welcome to the James Hotel in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and I had to jump through some hoops to get myself into this suite. I'd love to tell you about it. Let's take a look at this amazing suite. This suite is typically an event space and not normally rented out to people who just want to come and stay the night. I ran into that problem when I found this suite online and decided that I just had to stay here for a night. So I got in touch with the manager here and we negotiated a bit of a deal. Normally, when they rent out this space, there's a $1,600 required spend on food from their catering service, but we were able to negotiate that down. We had a modest spend of $200 on catered services, and so because of that, I now have a roommate in the suite with me, who's going to be with me the whole time. Let's take a look. This right here is the entrance door to the suite. You come in and my roommate is currently hanging out in the kitchen. So let's take a look at this kitchen really quickly. There's a lot of cupboard space here and I'm not gonna bore you with going through all the cupboards this time because it's an event space. There's a lot of things in these cupboards that have to do with it being an event space. But you do have a full-size fridge. Right next to that, we have a wine fridge as well and a kettle up top with some wonderful things over here that are not complimentary. There's a card there that tells you exactly how much they cost. If you want peanuts, they're $9. In the fridge, this is their bar. These all cost money as well, and that's all listed on that card in the corner, right down to some of those, which are very expensive. This is part of my $200 spend. 3 bottles of San Pellegrino at $12 a piece. Now let's take a look at the rest of the kitchen. Over here we have a full stove, we have some utensils, we have an espresso machine in the corner here, and I do want to say that this suite is absolutely impeccably cleaned. It looks amazing. It also feels like it's an apartment and not actually a suite. But I think we really need to get down to who my roommate is in this suite right now and explain what my $200 spend was on. Let's take a look right here. This is their cheese and meat charcuterie board. There are 12 chocolate covered strawberries here that look delectable. And we have enough crackers for a football team and enough bread to give you carbs for about a week at least. I need to try and get through as much of this as I can because this little spread right here was $204 and I am not gonna let that go to waste. This is the beginning of a 4-night stay in Saskatchewan where I'm visiting some of the most prestigious hotel suites in the whole province. We're starting off today at the James Hotel in Saskatoon. Tomorrow night we're at the Parktown Hotel in Saskatoon as well. And then we go down to Moose Jaw to Grant Hall. And on Saturday night, I'm headed to the Hotel Saskatchewan and I'm booked into their very exclusive Royal Suite. Please make sure you're subscribed to the channel now so you don't miss that one because that suite is amazing. I'm gonna sleep where the Queen slept. Can you believe that? All right, let's get on with this charcuterie board and the tour of this wonderful penthouse. Continuing on from our wonderful spread here, let's move over to the main dining table in this space. I've been here for a few hours now, so my editing laptop is out and I'm working on the video from the Toronto Airport Hilton that I was in last night. We have a bar area over here as well with some nice artwork up on the wall. There's a lot of seating in this suite because again, event space. They do weddings in here. I saw a review online for somebody who got married in this suite and then stayed here for the night. That's pretty cool. So the bar area there, and again, this is stocked up with everything that they need to run bar service in this suite. Now, if we step down, we have 4 seats around a little table here. They're all pushed in so you can walk around them now. Nice little table at the back end there with some more artwork and some lamps. I'm purposely gonna skip past the view over there. We're gonna take another look at it in a moment. Gigantic sectional down here. Nice gathering space where people can get together and have a chat about life and everything going on. We have a fireplace over here with a big TV up on the wall. Probably a 55, I would say, somewhere around there. There's a Bose stereo in the corner here that you can connect your phone to, although they do have some regulations on sound, which we'll get into a little bit later. More parts of the contract that we had to sign to use this space. One thing I want to mention is that there are 2 stairs going down into this area here. It makes it feel more like a den, and that's pretty neat if you ask me. Now we're gonna go down to the bedroom area and check that out now. It's a very long hallway. This right here is just a standard closet. It has a whole bunch of hangers in it because, again, event space. Now moving on down, this bathroom right here would be the one that your guests would use. So if we walk in here, big mirror, nice looking sink, everything again, very clean. We have glasses back here and even a little bit of greenery in the corner, although it's not real, I did check. Enough towels here for a bunch of people. If we come back this way, toilet in the corner, more towels on the wall. There's your standard tub in here with your standard shower up top. And you have some goodies down here, various different soaps that you can use. And on the back wall over here, we have shampoo, conditioner, and body lotion. So if we come around here, this is the secondary bedroom. And behind the door here, there is another sliding door that goes into that bathroom. So you have private access to that bathroom at night if you want it. This room has what looks to me like a queen bed. Nice night table on the side here. We have a closet with a robe and again, ample hangers, a stand for your suitcase as well. Turning around, TV on a chest of drawers. They are all empty, I did look. Chair in the corner. And let's take a look at the view out here. We're looking towards downtown from this side, I believe. And it's not the most interesting view, but that's saved for the other side, which we will definitely take a closer look at. Again, over here, another night table with an alarm clock and a light. So that's the secondary bedroom, and it's not the nice one in this suite. Let's take a look at the main bedroom now. This room has a king-size bed. It has built-in cabinets on this side with the TV. Don't mind my stuff, again, I've been here for a few hours already. We have the same view looking out towards all the buildings out this way. Night table over here with a phone. This is a very comfy looking bed. I just want to say that. I'm going to have to test it out and see how it feels. We have an alarm clock over here as well that looks kind of high tech. A little chair in the corner in case your wife says you're bad and you need to sit in the corner. And let's go into the spa-like bathroom. So this right here, bathtub, looks like it would be a wonderful place to relax. We can take a look at the window here. The whole window is frosted, so nobody can see your naughty bits while you're in the bathroom. Just remember to close that door or those blinds because there's a lot of tall buildings out that way. Turning around this way, we have our vanity with double sinks. There is a lot of stuff over here. We have more soaps and lotions and shampoos. We have mouthwash and a toothbrush if you need it. Oh, that's a nail file. More soaps over here. These all seem to be very, very high end and very nice looking. There are flowers in the corner on either side. And yes, I've checked again, they are fake. Towels on either side, a whole bunch of space to put your toiletries and whatnot underneath. However, if you're staying in a hotel suite and you need that much space to store your toiletries, you're traveling with too much stuff. Here is the toilet. It's not one of the fancy ones that sprays your bottom, but that's okay. We have a gigantic and very inviting looking shower, which I am gonna be in later on this evening. This looks wonderful to me. You could have probably yourself and maybe 8 or 9 of your closest friends inside this shower. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Anyway, now let's go take a look at what really made this suite stand out to me. This was the 2 terraces. We have a nice little sunroom in here. It's actually quite warm in this room right now. Off to the left side, we have a terrace where you could sit down and eat. I'm not gonna go out there though. And on this side, we have a nice terrace where you can relax and chat with your friends. We'll take a walk back out here. This is where I was for the intro of the video. This is just an incredibly comfy space where you can sit down and chat with your friends. There's room for everybody here. And I want to point out the view. So we're gonna start over here, looking out at the buildings. And then we're gonna walk down to this side. And you have this whole view from inside the suite as well, over where the sitting areas are. Now, I imagine it's even better in the summer when everything is greened up and not so dead looking like it is right now, but it's still a phenomenal view. In the center of the seating space here, there is this wonderful fire feature, although I can't see anything underneath it that would tell me how you turn it on. And I'm not sure it's in my contract to actually turn it on and have fire out here on the terrace. So I think we're just gonna leave that as is. I don't wanna bug them. And honestly, it's gonna be cold tonight, so I don't wanna sit out here anyway, even if there is going to be a fire to stay warm by. So let's have a quick talk about the hoops we had to jump through and the regulations that we have to be allowed inside this event space suite. I have the contract here that they sent me, and it mentions that all food and beverage served at the hotel must be supplied and prepared by the hotel. You can't go to Burger King and bring it into this hotel. They won't be happy. I had to agree to not have more than 4 people in the suite at any given time, which is fine because it's just me with 4 people worth of food. Dance floors, disc jockeys, and live musicians are not permitted. Furniture removal or relocation cannot happen, so you can't take any of these seats home with you. It is a criminal offense to drop or throw anything off of this balcony, so don't drop your phone when you're taking your pictures. Quiet time is strictly enforced at 11 p.m., so make sure you have this turned off. And finally, if you have guests in your event space, they can't park on the grounds of the hotel. They have to find their own parking and walk themselves in. Now, of course, I am just joking about all these rules. Of course, it's an event space, so those rules make sense for this place. They were really nice with me and accommodating because they let me stay in this space without having an event here and without spending a ton of money on food. Although we did spend enough on food, right? I think so. Did you notice the chocolate spot on my shirt in that last clip I did? Because I sure didn't until I looked at the clip afterwards. Those strawberries, they're really good, but they're very slippery too. It's time for me to get some work done editing yesterday's video at the Toronto Airport Hilton. Nighttime has finally settled in here, and I'm still on Ontario time, so I'm 2 hours later than what we're at here. This is the view out the window right now, nighttime. Lots of lights down in the park there, over to the big old railway hotel that is currently under renovations, and some lights of the city down that way, and the bridge. Now, this side of the hotel, you definitely get a lot more city lights, but it's still getting dark over here. I was just talking to Jen back home with the kids, and it's been dark there for a few hours already, but here, still on its way down. Once again, I have stayed up entirely too late editing videos. It's now 1:16 in the morning Saskatchewan time, which means for me from Ontario just a couple days ago, that's 3:16 a.m. I should probably get some sleep. All right, good night everybody. Good morning. Okay, I still need to wake up and I definitely need to get in the shower and get my hair done. But I want to show you what it looks like outside here at 6:30 in the morning. Right now we've got the sun reflecting off the water, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. Good morning, Saskatoon. I'm gonna take a couple minutes to wake myself up this morning by jumping into that gigantic shower we have, and then we'll head down to the second floor in the hotel because they have a chef who's serving up breakfast. Oh yeah. I went looking for the robe this morning, and before I jump in the shower, I've got to show you how they set these up in the closet because I haven't seen this before. We've got one arm tucked in at the top, and the other arm is in the pocket. It looks like it's just sitting and relaxing in the closet. That is awesome. Definitely not as strong as it was in the Hilton yesterday, but doesn't look all that bad. All right, I'm gonna jump in here and we'll get back to you guys in a minute. All right, shower is complete, and there was a good amount of water pressure in the shower today, so I'm pretty happy about that. I just need to get my hair done up, and then we're gonna head down and grab us some breakfast. You do have to say these robes, they're really nice and fuzzy. I like it. We need to be pampered every once in a while, right? Now, I haven't been very critical of things at the James Hotel because everything here has been actually awesome. I just want to mention two things in the bathroom. Number one is that the door to the shower doesn't close properly, and it's not a big deal because it's actually designed properly and the water falls back inside instead of out of the shower. And then if we look over here, small thing, but there's a light out. Pretty easy fix. Okay, time to head down to breakfast in the Odessa room.
20 minutes in, then
Really good and friendly. My Americano that I grabbed there.
yeah. Sometimes it's tough to lie.
Well, breakfast in the Odessa room was amazing, and I didn't say a whole lot while I was in there. I just set up the camera on the other side of the table and enjoyed my omelet with sausage and green pepper and cheese. It was great. The service in there, amazing, wonderful people, and I wish I was staying longer because I really love those social spaces where you can talk with people and just see what's going on in other people's lives. It's a pretty neat thing. I look forward to that in all of the hotels that I stay in. It is only 7 degrees Celsius out here today, a little bit nippy, but we should be okay. Well, if anyone was wondering how I did on the charcuterie board, here are the remnants. There's so much cheese that if I ate all of that, I wouldn't poop for a week. The strawberries, they were pretty tasty, but I couldn't really bite them, so unfortunately, a bunch of them had to go as well. I am, however, packing up a bag and taking it to the next hotel with me because I can. So there we go. It's not all going to waste. I did eat quite a bit, and this is going with me. These crackers are amazing. I have a lot more feasting to do at the next hotel. I was trying to decide on the best place to wrap up this episode, and I figured we should just take a walk right through the suite again and go out to our private rooftop terrace. So let's talk about the numbers for this suite. This again is an event space, and it's not a cheap one for sure. This came in at $1,349 for one night. But on top of that, we also have our $200 food spend for our charcuterie board, strawberries, and San Pellegrinos. That's $200 plus taxes and a mandatory 20% gratuity. So that's on top of there as well. All in all, in total, this is coming out to $1,850.77 Canadian. It's a lot, but this suite is absolutely worth it. Just check out these views. I thank each and every one of you for being here, subscribing to the channel, and remember, we are going to be hitting up some more absolutely amazing suites in the province of Saskatchewan over the next 3 videos as well. Our next stop is the Parktown Hotel, which is just a couple blocks down the street that way, where we're staying in their Regal Suite. I hope to see you in next week's video. Thank you for being here. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next one.